Hello, everyone. Welcome to Celsius 233, your go-to place for fiction book summaries. Today, we will embark on a journey through the Peacock Emporium by Jojo Moyes. The Peacock Emporium by Jojo Moyes, published in 2004, is a poignant novel that explores love, identity, and redemption through the intertwined lives of several generations in a small English town. At its heart is Suzanna Peacock, a woman struggling to escape the shadow of her glamorous but troubled mother, Athene Forster. As Suzanna opens a quirky boutique, the Peacock Emporium, she unwittingly sets in motion events that force her to confront long-buried secrets and redefine her place in the world. With Moyes' signature depth of emotion and keen insight into human relationships, the novel weaves past and present into a compelling story of self-discovery. Plot summary. A young woman stands in the shadow of a mother she barely knew. Suzanna Peacock has always felt like an outsider in her own life, trapped in a marriage that lacks warmth and belonging to a family where she has never truly fit. The daughter of the scandalous Athene Forster and the reserved Douglas Fairley Hulme, Suzanna carries a legacy she neither understands nor wants. She moves with her husband, Neil, to Hampton, a quiet town that whispers of the past, its air thick with old stories. Here, seeking an escape from her restlessness, she opens a shop, a place that is uniquely hers. The Peacock Emporium, a quaint little boutique filled with oddities, antiques, and carefully curated treasures, becomes more than just a store. It becomes a refuge, a space where Suzanna can finally breathe. The shop begins to attract a small but devoted community. Among them is Mrs. Mac, an elderly woman with a sharp tongue and a good heart, who offers Suzanna both companionship and the maternal warmth she never received at home. There is also Alejandro da Costa, an Argentinian nurse who has come to England seeking solace from his own past, carrying a quiet sorrow that mirrors Suzanna's own unspoken grief. In their company, Suzanna finds herself drawn into friendships that begin to chip away at the walls she has built around her heart. But ghosts linger in the corners of her world, and the past is not so easily buried. The town remembers Athene Forster, the beautiful but reckless socialite who once shocked high society with her scandalous behavior. Athene had been dazzling, the kind of woman who commanded every room she entered, but her charm had been fleeting, her choices destructive. She had married young, too young, and not for love. The marriage had been doomed from the start, and the affair that followed had sealed her fate. Her fall from grace had been swift and unforgiving, leaving behind a daughter who had grown up without the answers she so desperately needed. Suzanna has never understood her mother, nor the quiet pain that seemed to sit behind her father's eyes whenever Athene was mentioned. There had always been unanswered questions, stories half told, and an unshakable feeling that she was merely the echo of a past no one wanted to speak of. But now, as she finds herself tangled in new relationships, she begins to search for those missing pieces. With Mrs. Mac's guidance and Aile's quiet encouragement, she starts looking deeper into the history that has shaped her, peeling back the layers of secrets that have long been kept from her. Her marriage to Neil, once merely strained, begins to unravel further. He is a good man in many ways, but they have always been mismatched, their life together built on expectations rather than passion. He does not understand her restlessness, nor does he see the way her heart is beginning to shift, drawn toward something, or someone, beyond the tidy world they have built. Meanwhile, Alejandro is fighting his own battles. He has come to England carrying grief, a loss that still weighs heavily on him. His past is filled with memories of a wife who was taken from him too soon, and though he is kind and gentle, there is a part of him that still lives in the shadow of that sorrow. But as he spends more time with Suzanna, something within him begins to stir. He sees her struggles, her longing for something more, and in her company, he begins to believe that healing might be possible. The turning point comes with an event that shakes the town. A fire breaks out, engulfing the Peacock Emporium in flames. The place that had become Suzanna's sanctuary is reduced to ashes, the remnants of her carefully built world scattered in the smoke. In the wake of the fire, she is forced to confront the truth she has been avoiding for so long. She cannot continue living in the shadows of other people's expectations. As she sifts through the ruins, both physical and emotional, she makes a choice. She steps away from Neil, from the marriage that has kept her caged, and allows herself to acknowledge what she has long felt but never dared to name. She and Alejandro are drawn together, two wounded souls finding solace in each other, but their connection is not about escape. It is about seeing, truly seeing, one another. It is in this moment of loss that Suzanna finally begins to understand Athene, not the glamorous, reckless woman in the photographs, but the young girl who had once stood at the edge of a life she did not know how to navigate. She learns the truth about her mother's choices, about the heartbreak that had led her down a path of self-destruction. And with that understanding comes an unexpected peace. She rebuilds, not just a shop, but a life that is finally hers. The past does not disappear, but it no longer defines her. She is no longer just the daughter of Athene Forster, nor the wife of Neil Waterford. She is Suzanna Peacock, and for the first time, that is enough. That's it for now, but don't stop here. Jojo Moyes has more stories waiting for you. Check them out in the description or on Celsius 233. Remember, while our summaries capture the essence, they can never replace the full experience of reading the book. If this summary intrigued you, consider diving into the complete story, buy the book, and immerse yourself in Jojo Moyes' original work. Bye-bye, take care, have fun.